Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got...
On the ready! Ready! Ready, set! Down! 60 yards! Hike up! Set! 30 base! Set! Back! Set! Hut! 10, touch scared! Set go!
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know...
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks. We strap it up and we get...
Let's go! Get the plan! Ready, go! Ready! 60 Pittsburgh! Set up! Ready? Right! Hut! Hut! Ready, ready! 10, Lobo! Ready! On the double! Hut!
Hey man, listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go. Watch the flag.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Joe Mixon. Oh, he shifts past him as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check 3.
2nd and 1. Green brings it in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team is...
Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over.
Let's go. Double time, double time. You got 3.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
We own them. We own them. Check the 3.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Stay with your man. 2 times, 2 times. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 19-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Uzama. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive no matter what the defense.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Let's go, one more.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. They'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for 33 in the first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
He's got Green. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A.J. Green. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Mixon. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They'll drop the throw. Finding Green complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Is they cut right around the 6. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Once again, they run with Mixon. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. So Green able to avoid the defender, make the tough catch. And that obviously reminds me of the article you and I were reading before the game. In elementary school, he was on the juggling team. He could juggle not 3 but 4 things at once. And that's where he got that good hand-eye coordination.
So when we talk about circus catches that he's made, we're actually pretty accurate, aren't we?
Absolutely. Were you on your elementary school juggling team?
No, they cut me in the first round.
I figured. They wouldn't even let me audition. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Nice job of polishing. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
They're going to look to throw. And Eifert has it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is...
Come on, set. Now they walk. Hut go. Let's go now. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Ready, ready. Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Hood. Ready. Hey, go. Okay. Right. Set. Right.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go, defense.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total scary. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why would...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. On first down, Mixon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll... The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty, the incomplete. Stands, it'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. This is Mixon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. He'll drop to throw. And caught right side, Green. 22 yards there, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't. We pick it up 2nd quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. On first down, Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Going deep for Eifert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So we are in the 2nd quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Check 49, check 49.
Nixon will try the right side. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Max Crosby brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll run with Mixon. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Mixon unable to find him. We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point con. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense. first down. He'll drop to throw it. He finds his running back, Mixon. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
Let's go.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Max Crosby in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, a short touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Green brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now it's Mixon running right, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A safety with a sack there. LaMarcus Joyner.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, Mixon, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And this one will be returned. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
50 want the mic. 50 want the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play where